Staying with more updates about vaccine development, Moderna has announced that its experimental vaccine against COVID-19 is nearly 94.5% effective. This is now a dash of hope against the grim backdrop of coronavirus cases which are surging around the world. Moderna becomes the second US company to release data from a large study of its experimental vaccine.
It's a really important milestone in the fight against the pandemic because it demonstrates that our vaccine, mRNA-1273, is able to prevent COVID-19 disease, including severe disease in people who've received it. It's really just a milestone, though. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Knowing the vaccine is going to be effective is great news, but we still need to complete the regulatory process, which involves completing the study and generating more data, even some follow-up and safety data. And then, of course, we need to get busy manufacturing. We hope to have about 20 million doses of the vaccine by the end of this year, by the end of the calendar year. And we're looking forward to making about 500 million to 1 billion doses next year. But that is going to be a 24/7 operation. It won't be Moderna alone that solves this problem. It's going to require many vaccines, as we've been saying for a while. But we hope to be able to do our part from here forward. And this is a really important milestone in that journey. The profile matches other approved vaccines out there that provide a significant benefit. And so we're hopeful that most people will still get the vaccine, even with a couple of those days of flu-like symptoms that sometimes come, because the benefit this vaccine provides is a protection from COVID-19 disease.
Moderna CEO Stephen Bancel said, and I quote, "This positive interim analysis from our phase 3 study has given us the first clinical validation that our vaccine can in fact prevent COVID-19 disease, including severe disease." The results are according to early results from a clinical trial with more than 30,000 participants. It will now seek emergency use authorization from the US Food and Drug Administration, expected later this month. Its first analysis was based on 95 cases of COVID-19, 90 of which received a placebo, with 5 receiving the vaccine. There were only 11 severe cases, and all of these were in the placebo group. The results come 1 week after Pfizer Inc. and German partner BioNTech announced that their experimental vaccine was more than 90% effective based on initial data. Meanwhile, Moderna, which went public in 2018, has received nearly $1 billion in research and development funding from the US government. It also has a deal worth $1.5 billion to supply 100 million doses of the vaccine. Moderna also has a supply deal with other countries. After this announcement, Moderna has joined the league of other vaccines with high efficacy rates. The first to release trial results with over 90% efficacy rate was the vaccine by Pfizer and BioNTech, and days later, Russia's Sputnik V announced the vaccine reports as well, touting 92% efficacy. Now the US drug maker Moderna Inc. has announced 94.5% efficacy rate, which is the highest among all potential vaccines against COVID-19 as of yet.